An employee at the UNH Child Study Development Center is on administrative leave this morning following an allegation of inappropriate contact with a child. Both professionals and students work at the on-campus early care center. Police and UNH say that the child is safe and that all required reports to the university, police, and child welfare agencies have been made. In an email sent to parents, UNH Police Chief Paul Dean said, quote, "This is an ongoing police investigation which will be completed as soon as possible. As a result, I am very limited in what I can share, but I want to assure you that we believe that your child is safe at the CSDC."